Hey everybody, welcome back to the second edition of Studio Talk. I'm your host CJ, and today we're going to break out with the new song Fade, also known as Fade to Yourself. A theory about going through life and suddenly turning inward and saying, who am I? What am I doing? You know, whether you're older and, empty nesting and, you and your wife look at each other and you're like, who have we become? Who have we become to each other? Or whether you're somebody that just got out of college and you're like, wow, I left my hometown behind. I just learned all this great stuff. Now I don't, who am I? What am I going to do? Well, if that's your case, then this song speaks to you because that's how it spoke to me. Fade is a song about, just trying to connect with that organic spiritual self, So, as I was going through, 2025 here at the end and trying to think of, how I was being inspired, we obviously lost the great one, Ozzy Osbourne. So I was going through some of his archives and I discovered, some of the stuff I really loved about it. So, kind of not to get too much in the weeds, but for my guitar playing friends out there, I took my jacks and I tuned the E string down to D. I took the Fijian mode, put it over the minor scale, and that's how the groove kind of came in that whole kind of genre, Tony Iommi kind of, and I use that D sharp in there to just kind of just accent that one note. So it kind of gives that eerie feeling of who am I? What am I doing here alone? So, and that kind of, is what we do as a band, organic. Yes, we use synthesizers and things like that, but everything else you hear in our music is organic. We try to speak to you through the bass, through the guitar, through the music. So, we just want to thank you. I mean, wow. We ended 2025. I don't know if you saw on X or Twitter or Instagram, 4 million streams. That far exceeds what we were thinking, So just thanks to all of our fans. I also want to shout out to True Core Publishing, B Sharp Studios, and all of our SEO people out there working hard, putting us on the right playlist, getting us to you, the fans, that are looking for the kind of music we make, because I can tell in the comments. I mean, I've been doing this for a few years, but I've never seen such positive comments like real rock and roll, and things like that. Great music, great mix. I can feel the energy. So, if you don't think I'm reading those comments, I definitely am, and I try to respond to as many of them as I can. So I want to just say thank you. And we have great plans thanks to you guys in 2026. If you're just joining us or whether you've been around, every year we try to put out an album. So we're still on track for March for CJ70 Volume 3. It's yet untitled, but I really hope I'm jockeying for Fade to be on it. And I hope you enjoy the video. And I hope you enjoy the song and lock it into your own personal playlist. And, whenever you're feeling like, hey, I gotta discover who I am or be true to myself, I hope you play that thing and you play it on 10.